Good morning, everybody. It is 5:56 a.m., January 23rd, 2018. And if you're seeing what I'm seeing right now, this is not a good situation. I want you all to know that there has been an 8.0 earthquake right south of the Strip Islands of Alaska. 8.0, guys. This usually is not something you would see on these data maps, but they actually have tsunami warnings all the way up the coast of Alaska, moving into the west coast of the U.S., which is in the yellow here, and then all of Hawaii is in this warning right now. Now, if I go back to this buoy center, look at every one of these buoys that has been activated by this earthquake. Now, this is something I have never seen before. I've never seen so many buoys at once activated. You can see this one here. It wraps around this part. Station 21418. Sorry, guys, I just woke up. I just saw this warning, so I wanted to get this video out to you. I'm surprised all these buoys in Hawaii are not going off, but you can see the buoys that are going up the Strip Islands in Alaska. They wrap around towards the west coast of Canada and then all the way down past California, almost to the Baja region in Mexico. So here you have it, guys. If you want to check out this website, this is ndbc.noaa.gov. This is our National Buoy Center. You can actually get other information from this website, but for now, I wanted you to see this. For any of you that live on the west coast of California, you are officially under a tsunami warning after an 8.0 earthquake has struck. Let's see, tsunami warning for much of Alaska coast follows earthquakes live update. This article here was at 5:22 a.m. It is currently 5:58 a.m. A tsunami warning has been issued for the coastal areas of Alaska and British Columbia from the border of Washington State to Attu, Alaska. So that brings you down clearly into the west coast of the U.S. I don't know if this is reaching down towards California, so if I said California, I'm sorry about that. But this is the NWS Bay Area. Tsunami watch is in effect for California. Actually, okay, there we go. California is under this watch right now as we speak. Again, this happened at 5:22 a.m., guys. So right now it is 5:59 a.m. This might not be over yet. A lot of the times when you go to these buoy sites, these things will go off for the next 24 hours. So you'll see these pulsing for the next day, but I assure you this earthquake literally just happened. You can see right here, if I can actually click on this thing. I don't know why it's not letting me click on the earthquake part of it. But here we go. This is a tsunami travel time map. So by the time from when the actual earthquake strikes, which is right here, let me zoom in a little bit for you. From the actual time that the earthquake strikes, 3 hours it takes for the wave to get here. So within 3 hours, we might just be passing the coasts of the west side of Canada here, getting into the areas of Washington and Oregon, place like that. 6 hours after that is when we would have to worry about the areas of California and all the western states going down into the Baja of Mexico. And then within 9 hours, it reaches down towards this area, covering most of Mexico. 12 hours, the wave would be down into the Pacific Ocean side of our Caribbean over here, and then so on and so forth. So these things do take time to travel, but nonetheless, guys, that is an 8.0 earthquake at a depth of, let me see here, I'm looking at my tablet as I'm talking to you guys. The tablet has now downgraded it to a 7.9. They always do this. I'm going to take it as an 8.0 as what I saw first. 25 kilometers deep in Kodiak, Alaska. That is the exact spot where this earthquake was. And again, within 4 to 6 hours, if this is an actual tsunami event, that is when areas of Western Canada and the beginnings of the western states of the U.S. have to be on alert for this. I'm sure if you live in these areas, you have been getting these warnings on your phone already. Again, this was a very early in the morning earthquake for a lot of people that live, especially in the West Coast. If it happened at 5:22 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is the timing I'm on. That's 3 hours sooner, so we're talking 2 something in the morning. So there could be people that were still up from last night or very much asleep. So we have a watch for the border, California-Mexican border, issued at 1/23/2018, 4:35 a.m. So that's when the actual issue was. So maybe I'm an hour sooner than that. Again, a lot of these areas have this marked as a 7.9. There are some sensors. The Gulf of Alaska measured it as an 8.2. So think about this, guys. The difference between a 7.9 and an 8.0 is basically another 10 7.9 earthquakes just to make it into an 8.0. That's how drastic these numbers get when you get up this high. It almost takes 10 of the same equivalent earthquakes to just raise that 1 point. So that's a big deal, and you can start seeing that they started registering 175 miles southeast of Kodiak City, Alaska, at 9:31, and this is origin time. So this is during the time of where they actually felt the earthquake. So the depth here is 12 miles, not 25 miles, which is even worse than would be 25. I'm using an app on my tablet called QuakeFeed, which gives me live updates, and I heard this thing going off like crazy, woke up, saw the 7.9, and immediately it said 8.0 on the screen, and then I clicked it and it went down to a 7.9. But you can clearly see here that some of these are 8.0s, 8.2s. So, guys, that's really all I have to say about this right now. I mean, for those of you that follow these buoy centers, you can clearly see these buoys are all going off all along this ring. Obviously, areas like Hawaii are going to be completely under watch for this because the entire wave, if there is a wave, is moving across the North Pacific Ocean as we speak. So, again, my friends in Canada, Alaska, and the west coast of the U.S., over the next 6 hours, you may be under a severe tsunami warning, depending on how big this wave is. I don't have much data on that yet, guys. I'm not trying to scare anyone here, but this is very rare. First of all, an 8.0 earthquake is very rare. Second of all, for it to cause a tsunami warning, which usually comes and goes within a couple minutes on these websites. But you can clearly see that this is a serious situation for these people. Tsunami watch is in effect for California. That's my biggest concern. I have family in California, all sorts of stuff in the Bay Area, things like that. So for those of you that have not heard about this yet, please spread the word, share the video if you need to. Let people know that there has been an 8.0 earthquake. Now look at this too. The warning was issued after an earthquake with a magnitude of 8.2 hit 175 miles southeast of Kodiak City, Alaska. So it looks like the USGS is downgrading this possibly. That may be due to there more data coming in. I'm not positive about that, but all I know is that there is a big tsunami warning. 8.0 earthquake in Kodiak, Alaska, and if there is a wave, it's moving its way down south the Pacific Ocean, which will eventually affect the west coast of the U.S. So that's what I have for you now, guys. I was planning on doing a weather video tonight, but when I woke up and saw this, wow. So here we go. This is the official information as of right now. 175 miles southeast of Kodiak City, magnitude 7.9. The depth was 12 miles, latitude 56 north, longitude 149.1 west. 1/23/2018, 4:31, 41 seconds in the morning. All right, guys, there you have it right there. And here are your warnings. Look, the yellow completely covers every single western state, California, all the way down to the Baja. And then I showed you this map here, or if I can find it again, that shows you exactly where these waves are going to go, but it doesn't seem to want to come up. So maybe we'll skip on that part. It's already in the video. That's what I got for you now, guys. Stay safe, stay aware. Make sure you are following this if you are awake right now. But there has been a major earthquake causing a tsunami from the Alaskan coast, Kodiak, Alaska, west coast of Canada, west coast of the U.S. Within the next 6 hours. So please, everyone, make sure that you keep up to date on this information, I will do the same. I do have to go to work, unfortunately, so that's going to be very frustrating knowing that this is going on. But stay safe, everybody. Keep an eye on these websites and make sure that if you live in an area that could be affected by a tsunami, that you are out of that area, because this is not a joke. Look at these buoys. They are going off. Every single one of them are going off, including Hawaii. So they're expecting a wave to be all the way into Hawaii. And then when I showed you that chart, it showed about 6 to 8 hours to reach this area. So a little bit sooner here. We're going to see what happens, guys. Keep an eye on the news. Keep an eye on my channel. I appreciate you all being here. I'll talk to you all very soon if I have any updates for you. Have a great morning.